evening. Welcome to another Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy day after Sunday. That's what I should say. Happy day after Sunday. Because listen, most persons are off Sunday, Monday, unless you work in the corporate world or somewhere where you get Sunday and Monday off. But Saturday and Sunday. But I think I need Monday off too. I'm gonna see how that can go. But happy Monday to you and welcome to another session of Prayer for Marriages. I'm your host, Evangelist Baker, and my co host is here tonight, my colleague, Evangelist Nikki. And tonight we're just here. We're talking about love this week because, as you know, Wednesday is Valentine's Day and everybody's in an uproar, like up and down my timeline on Facebook and YouTube, and not YouTube, but Facebook and Instagram, I meant to say, and on TikTok. Everybody's talking about Valentine's, and what you want for Valentine's. What do you want for Valentine's? And what's happening Valentine's and Valentine's. And I don't really see anybody expressing any love on Valentine's. So tonight we're going to be talking about, is Valentine's about love or gifts? What is Valentine's really about? Right? To you. Like Valentine's is different for everybody and it looks different for everybody. I'm I don't really do Valentine's and I'm not against anyone that does Valentine's. You know why? Because I'm loved upon every day, right? So I don't need a special day for my husband to tell me that he loves me. I know for a fact that I don't need a special day. Right. We don't need a why you need a special day to celebrate the love that you have. So that means you only appreciate your spouse once a year? Nah, that don't seem right to me. It don't that don't sit right with me on any level. So listen, we're gonna talk about that tonight, right? Because I need some clarity, right? I know Evangelist think you probably got all the answers, but we're gonna collaborate tonight on this. Is Valentine's about love or gifts? Like I don't hear too many people saying, oh, they want to show love or they want to express love on Valentine's. It's mainly, oh, I want my ring to be upgraded for Valentine's. I want an upgraded car. I want a house. I want a new necklace. And I have friends that are into the Tiffany and the Pandora bracelets. Oh, I want a new charm for my bracelet. Nothing about love. So I could be wrong, but tonight we're going to talk about it, right? We're going to talk about it. Is Valentine's Day about love or gifts? Now, it shouldn't be where it shouldn't be where our spouse has to give us something for Valentine's. It's like so now becomes so mandatory for us to receive a gift on Valentine's, right? So we're gonna talk about that tonight, all right? And I'm gonna let Evangelist Nikki just come in and introduce herself, and then we're gonna divulge into our topic tonight, all right? So come on in, Evangelist Nikki. Hi there, hi
Yes,
there.
she got me
Yes,
blushing
ma'am.
over
Come
here. She got me blushing over here. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Yes, it is the love month, the love week, the love days 2 days away, whatever you want to classify it as, right? Again, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever you are tuning in from, live or catching the replay. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. And yes, we're here to talk about love. Let's talk about love, baby. Let's
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
love.
love, baby.
Evangelist alluded to, like you see, the stores, it's the time of the year where most roses are sold and most card from Hallmark is sold, and most roses you can ever imagine is sold within Valentine's week. I mean, it's good business for us, It's good business for us. The first 2 weeks of the Valentine's is definitely good business for us. I love it. I love it. And as Evangelist said, what is Valentine's? Is it really about love or gifts? Do I need to specifically look at my calendar to say this is the day I'm going to show extraordinary love to my person? Really, what is it to you? Because love means different to everyone, right? Or the average person, no one speaks the same love. It means different. It looks different based on our upbringing, our thought about loves. But as you can see against everybody's timeline, everybody's showing hints and what they want. And I know for this time, having friends that their love language is gifts, it is serious. It is a serious time for them. But we're just here just to have a conversation, men evangelists, because like I said, there's no one size fit all. And whatever works for you, whatever you set the standard for your relationship, if it's an expectation for you to receive whatever your love language is for Valentine's, do not assume. Do not burn down your house on Valentine's because February 21st is the breakup day. Most people break up, I think, a week later on, which is February 21st. It's the most day that people break up a week after Valentine's because of the unmet expectation. So we don't want that tonight. And that's why we're here tonight to just have a conversation. What does he say? Does your person know that you're expecting what a quality time? What do you want to go out for? Whatever it is, does that person know? 'Cause like we said, we have the five love language, and everybody loves looks different. But a lot of us, especially those folks whose love language is gift, will go over the top and expect the person to top them with over the top gifts when the other person's love language might not be gifts. So you need to study a person. You need to know what that makes that person feel loved, and don't treat that person in your love language. Understand their love language and how they feel love. If you don't want to burn down your house the week in Valentine's, friends, that's why we're here to encourage us. Encourage us. Do not let this one day destroy your house. It is good to celebrate love throughout the year, and it's also important to take a time out to celebrate each other. Nothing is wrong with that. Whatever holiday you want to call it, some people don't believe in it, and that's fine. Some people call it pagan holiday, whatever you want to classify it. Our thing and our standard here, whatever or whichever day you choose to celebrate love, we're here to celebrate with you. That's all it is. Whatever day you choose to celebrate love, I'm with it. People take time out to celebrate Halloween. That's their thing, right? So, hey, we're here. If you want to take time out to celebrate love, why not? I don't see the big deal where somebody say, oh, classify it as a negative thing. It doesn't mean you have to celebrate. If you don't have a spouse, don't feel disturbed. You can celebrate your parents, your co-worker, your colleague, your pet, whoever makes you feel love and appreciated. Take that time to acknowledge them. Doesn't mean you don't do it throughout the year, but it's good to be acknowledged. I mean, my birthday is a national holiday. In my household, birthdays are national holidays. That's our thing. You know what I'm saying? So what works for y'all, we want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, but don't let it be a problem where you're burning down your house. And February 21st, y'all separated because you didn't get the gift you want by not expressing what it means to you. Because, two people might be in a relationship. One man said, I celebrate Valentine's. One said, I don't. But you have to let each other understand, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to the other person? And don't get mad at them like, oh, you just been a cheapskate. Because in my past life, growing up, dating in my past life, the person I was with did not celebrate Valentine's, right? But they let it be known I did not celebrate it either because I was raised that way. But coming awareness and knowledge and stuff like that, I celebrate love. I don't look at it as a pagan holiday. I look at it as a way to celebrate love. And by that time when you're young dating and they're like, I don't celebrate Valentine's. You're at school, you're getting all these cards, all these things are in school. It was the thing in school, right? When they come adults now, they're like, oh well, the person said, I don't celebrate Valentine's, but you did it when you were in school. Right now you're an adult, so I was like, oh, they just want to buy me a gift, which it didn't matter because gift wasn't my thing. But we just joke it out. But we have an understanding why it wasn't important to that person, and why to me it does. I'm like, the thing that I am more passionate about is my birthday. I don't play with my birthday. I don't play with my spouse's birthday. I don't play with my children's birthday. It is a national holiday. Anything else, I'm open. I'm flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
flexible.
listen, what is Valentine's Day? What is the main purpose of Valentine's Day? And when I was looking up about Valentine's, and some say it's biblical, some say it was about love, and mainly it's about love, right? And then it was talking about that it was the name of a person, Saint Valentine's, right? And it's a lot of different conflicting story about Saint Valentine's, why certain Christians say it's a pagan holiday, and I'm not going to get into that, right? You can do your own research on that. But the main thing when I was researching, the main thing, 9 out of 10 was love. We're celebrating love. You're celebrating a romantic love, right? This is not the brotherly love or the sisterly love or the love of God, but the romantic love, right? The eros. Woo! The erotic kind of love we're celebrating. And what I find out is that a lot of people are not erotically in love with their spouse. They don't have that type of romance love for their spouse. So, they choose a day to celebrate it. But I'm really grateful for how my husband is. Listen, if I speak to my husband 5, 6 times for the day, best believe before we get off that phone, babe, I love you so much. You know what I mean? And that means the world to me more than a gift, because I see a lot of people getting gifts, but there's no love. So you can keep the gift unless your love language is receiving gifts, is gifts. Then, and I think one of my love language, or a part of my love language, is receiving gifts. I love receiving gifts. But if there's no love with it, I won't appreciate it. And to me, for me, it's not the big things, it's just little things that makes me happy, on Valentine's Day. I don't have to get a dozen roses. I can just get one and I'm satisfied, right? But a lot of times persons don't understand now the true meaning of the day. And so what happens is it gets lost with the giftings, right? It gets lost with the giftings. And so Valentine's Day is an annual festival to celebrate romantic love. And as Evangelist Nikki and myself said, we celebrate love every day. Every day. Every day. Listen, my household, we don't need a special day to tell us to celebrate loving each other. So it depends on your household. Whatever suits your household. If you want to go out big on Valentine's Day, it's nothing. If you want to go out small, it doesn't matter, as long as your spouse is happy and pleased with how you plan to celebrate them on that particular day. And if your spouse don't believe, like if as Nika said, in her past life, the person she was with didn't celebrate and she didn't either. So it doesn't matter. So what we're saying is it's not one size fit all. And if you gotta wait for one particular day to express your love, I want to be shown love and express love to all the time, right? And I think most human beings want to feel that kind of affection from whoever they're with. So it's to celebrate the romantic love, the romance. What is love? What is love? And giving me a gift if there's no romance attached to it, especially if it's coming from your spouse. Those of you that are married, this session is for married people, right? Persons that are married, and tomorrow everybody is celebrating loved ones. And you may not be married, but you can love on your parent, love on your child. Maybe you have a best friend, right? That you want to show love to. Listen, go out to dinner with your best friend. Both of y'all celebrate together. Best friend. Listen, Lady Donna from Facebook, she says, but can anyone truly love without first experiencing the agape love of God? And they truly cannot. They truly cannot, right? Because I thought in love because I thought I was in love until I met Jesus Christ and experienced his unconditional love. That is true. We can't, but when you're married, I don't listen, don't just agape love me. When I don't just want my husband to agape love me, I want him to eros me. I want him to philios. I want all the love. Love me. Who sing that song? Love me in a special way. What more can I say? Love me now. Listen, we want to be loved, right? And most women, Evangelist Nikki, in a relationship, they'll say, "Oh, my husband doesn't love me," right? Because they want the love every day. Not listen. If we can get the spouses to love us, to love us the way they every day, the way they do on Valentine's Day, I don't think the divorce rate would be so high. I don't think the issues and the cheating, the rate would be so high, right? So I don't just want the agape love from my spouse. I want filios, I want eros, I want all of it. Give me the love. I want it, evangelist, because listen.
Make it, hey, she make it clear. And that's a key thing, like you said. Even if you do all these things on Valentine's Day and it has not been reciprocated throughout, it can be a recipe for disaster if you're
Mm-hmm.
not in tune with each other and understand each other love language. Like I said, everyone speaks love differently. And one of the things that we tend to forget, we as human, we want to love person the way we want to be loved, and realize love is to love the person they want to be loved. Because, like, my love language is quality time. My husband love language is act of service.
Mm-hmm.
So I could give him all the time in the world, you know what I mean, and expect him to do the same thing for me. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
force my quality time on him, and but that don't mean much to him. For him, act of service, if he make me a cup of tea or something for him, you know what I mean? That's how once I see his pattern, then I'm like, okay, so this is how he wanna be loved. But then we have to have that conversation. How do
Mm-hmm.
you feel love? What do I do that make you feel love? And then
Mm-hmm.
get to understand, because I would go crazy with my quality time, right? But then he's act of service. I don't like the kitchen. I don't like to cook, but to cook for him because it's not something that I enjoy doing personally, but because I love him and it means so much to him. I make the sacrifice every time to cook for him because
Mm-hmm.
that's act of service for him. It
Mm-hmm.
means something to him. I could go online and order my food, don't matter. But he like
Mm-hmm.
home cooked food, right? So I make it a priority. Even say, babe, you don't have to do that. But I know that makes him feel loved because act of service is his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Where he knows and understand now that for me and him, quality time is my thing. So we have to understand what makes the person feel love. And we all share all five love languages. It's just that we have like our tattoo, which really, really, we need those like oxygen, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're saying with this Valentine's. Understand your person, love language, so you can cater to them in that way. If the person's physical touch, you buy them a gift or whatever, give them a hug. And don't just sell it on the counter or whatever. Make it special. Hug them, not
Mm-hmm.
just them one-off fake hug, so you could feel that heartbeat. Look them in the eye. If affirmation is your thing, let them know you appreciate them, right? And not just saying it just because it's a Hallmark thing. Be authentic with it. Be real, remove the distraction and look them authentically, genuinely in their eyes. I really appreciate you. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for being in my life, right? We don't take the time out to appreciate each other throughout the day. Send them text message out the day. You're thinking about them and they're on your mind, stuff like that, right? You don't wait until the end of the day. Oh, I saw some roses on these guys come up at my window and I'm driving home and like, oh, what day is it again? It's Valentine's Day. And
No
you
thought.
put no in the gift for the person. Now that's gonna be a problem because a lot of people say it's the thought that count. But if you don't put no quality thought, then it's really recipe for disaster. For
Mm-hmm.
people that have gifts as their love language, it's the thought. You
Yeah.
study them enough to know that you don't just get them something useless. You get them something that is meaningful, that had value to their life. It could be a simple little pen with their name on it. It
Yep.
means something. You could get them a
Mm-hmm.
little napkin and you put their initial on it. Simple things
Mm-hmm.
like that. It's thoughtful and say, wow, you think about me. You did that for me. And that's why I said
Mm-hmm.
love is no one size fit all, but you have to have that communication to let the person that you're with understand how important it is to you. And if Valentine's Day is not your thing, don't let because of social media and you want the gram and this and that, you're going to put pressure on the person, to buy this elaborate thing outside of your budget and stress the other person how just to show up on that one day so you can have that one little minute of fame and social media to say, you don't have to do that. If it's not your thing, that's well, my girlfriend, her husband sent her roses at work or flowers at home or whatever. You have never done this for me. But truly, is really gifts your love language? You have
Right.
allergies. So you really need flowers? What are you doing it for? The competition have to stop. It has to be between you and that person. What make you feel extra love on Valentine's? And like I said, we celebrate love throughout the year. But if you
Mm-hmm.
decide to choose that day and it's a thing for you, no, we could start off that way in your dating stage, your marriage courting. Now you married and said, I don't need to do that no more. You have to have that conversation. You can't just stop and don't show up. If it was not a thing, and now it become a thing, then you still have to talk about it. If not, you say,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I we don't need to do that anymore, then
Mm-hmm.
you have to talk about it. You can't assume the other person will understand because now we're married, we don't need to do all of this. If you were doing all of that showing up for that person before you get married on Valentine's, you have to continue that
You have to.
unless you have that conversation because you're going to burn down your house because that
Yep.
person going to have that it's a pattern because see women and men we fall in love with the pattern the
Mm-hmm.
consistency if you constantly showing up this way for me and all of a sudden there's no conversation and it's changed especially on Valentine's when you normally send them 2 dozen roses and all them cards and the chocolate and stuff and it stopped without a conversation
It's
there's going to be
war.
some hit so we still have 2 days to go. Make sure you have that conversation with that person.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you don't just give them hints because they're not mind readers. We're adults. Have those
Mm-hmm.
conversations. Voice note it, text it, whatever you need to do, communicate it. But don't assume that they should show up for you on Valentine's Day because you need to post. And then you go on social media getting mad. Can you imagine? He ain't do nothing for me for Valentine's Day. He ain't show up for me for Valentine's Day. And now you're trying to burn down your house. And February 21st, y'all going looking for counseling, you know?
You called me for the counseling on the
No, make it
21st.
fun. Make it fun. It is a fun day. It is a
Mm-hmm.
loving day. Wherever you are, there's so many things that you can do based on the 5 different love language. Know your personal love language and also express your love language to your person.
Mm-hmm.
The assumption is what burn down houses. The
Mm-hmm.
assumption is what destroy relationship because we can't read people's mind. And yes, people can change their mind. 1 minute physical touch would be their priority. Now it's not. It might be act of service. People grow and adapt to different things, but you have to talk about it. You know what I mean? Send each other the love language every now and then. Do a check in. Make sure that it's still the same. You know, like every 6 months or a year or so. If they keep saying, oh, you know, they generally, I don't want to be touched anymore. I like to be, whatever it is, and you see a change, check in with them. Redo it again because sometimes you redo it and what's the number one might flip to number two and vice versa. But check in with each other and don't assume. Listen, anytime you take out to celebrate love, we're here to salute you. We're here to
That's
appreciate
right.
that because we are so many times when it's falling apart because there is no love.
Mm-hmm.
Our message today is whatever you want to call it, right? We here talking about love. Let's choose the 14th as your love day to go extraordinary, show up for that person, because with work and school and all of these other things going on, sometimes we don't have the time to be intimate like that to go over the top for your person. So it's okay if this is a day that you have that opportunity to do it. Nothing is wrong with that. I don't want
Mm-mm.
you to base your relationship from Valentine's based on society's standard. It has to
Right.
be the standard that you and your person set. It has to be something you both talk about, discuss, and agree on. And if you are going to spend money, it's going to be going out for dinner, whatever, you all have to have an understanding about the budget. If it's gonna be someplace you're gonna go, you gotta check in because the restaurants are super, super busy. You don't wanna drive to a place, you wait 2 hours for dinner to be served and stuff. Then you start getting frustrated, you don't enjoy the moment. Check ahead of time. Go for a picnic, go for a walk. But don't go to a place where it turns into more complaining that everything that's going wrong than enjoying each other. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay if you because see, my husband is going back to work tomorrow. Okay, so we celebrate Valentine's over the weekend, right? So, because he's not going to be home for Valentine, he's going to be at work, he's going to be on the road. Now, what if I was that person like, no, you have to be with you, you have to be flexible, you have to understand the person you're with, you understand? And even though
Mm-hmm.
he might be, I want to be, I'm like, you would call. We can choose any other day to celebrate it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So don't put that pressure on your person. Be flexible, have an understanding mind, and know that it's about love, not about division. It's not about what you can get out of it, but what you can give to that person to show how much you appreciate them.
You know what? Thank you, Evangelist Nikki. A real deeper meaning of Valentine's is also sacrifice and devotion to the person that you love. It's sacrifice. Love is sacrifice. Someone said, can we truly love our partner, our spouse, without first having the love of God? And when you truly have the love of God, because this program does not just only reach Christians, and I know quite a few persons who are not born again believers who truly love their spouse. So I don't just want you to feel like persons who are outside of God don't love their spouse, because they do. I want to launch out and say some of them show more love, sacrifice, and devotion for their spouse than some who actually have the love of God, right? So I just want to put that out there. And when we talk about love, it's sacrifice. Listen, on Valentine's Day, do you would you sacrifice what can you sacrifice for your spouse? Would Listen, Saint Valentine's made a sacrifice. When you're talking about celebrating Valentine's, you're talking about you're ready to die for your spouse. But y'all not ready for that conversation, so I don't want to take y'all there, because you be like, oh no, Jesus already died for us. But when you talk about love and sacrifice and devoted to your spouse, you're saying that you are willing to lay down your life for your spouse, because that's how much you love them. Even sometimes I may be watching a movie and one of the spouses is sick and they may need a kidney. And he's like, would you give me a kidney? No, I'm not giving you my kidney. I thought you loved them though. So different person love look different to all of us. Persons celebrate love different ways. So love for everybody is not the same. And so we're not trying to tell you how to love, but we're saying, like Evangelist Nikki say, have the conversation about love. Talk to your person about love. I think they had someone had have a teaching series that said, teach me how to love you. So we have, and we're going to have a session on, before you say I do, shameful plug, on teaching your spouse through love. So you want to tune in for that, right? Nicholas says, love is selfless concern for the one you value and appreciate. Absolutely. Listen, let me tell you something. If when Valentine's Day come, the day that the world celebrate love, if your spouse don't have anything physical to give you, long as they love and appreciate and so sacrifice for you, when they're going out to work every day to take care of you, don't be like Tina Turner and ask, what's love got to do with it?
Got to do with it. Everything,
Right?
everything,
Because we know love has everything to do with it. Listen,
everything to do with it.
listen, love died on the cross for us. And so I just wanna let you know that, listen, it's Valentine's Day and we ask a question. Is Valentine's Day about love or gifts? And we say Valentine's Day is about love. Listen, people of God, listen, we're out of time. We're
You
not
that you
out of
give up yourself, self-sacrifice for the other person. It
self
doesn't have
sacrifice.
to be a physical thing. It's you yourself giving
You yourself, give
selflessly
yourself
for
to
the
your
other
spouse.
person.
Yeah, give yourself
Yes,
to your spouse.
selflessly.
Yes.
Yes. Even if you
Sacrifice
like you want to wrap
something.
yourself in a bow, present
That's the best.
yourself.
That's the gift that
Listen.
keep on giving.
Yes, yes. It's selfless.
Listen.
Love is selfless. Think of the other person and what you can do to make their life better.
Yes, yes, I totally agree with that. And on that, we're going to close tonight, because I want us to realize the true meaning of Valentine's. It's not about the gifting. The gifting is nice, that's just the bonus, but it's the sacrifice and the devotion and the selflessness, right? So let's do that. Let's really think about that. So listen, I want to invite everybody, those of you that are on Facebook that you're watching live now, those of you that are on YouTube that's watching live now, I want to invite you to Thursday night on our Zoom platform. We have Pastor Kenny and Lady Vicky Lewis. And Pastor Kenny is a judge one of the judge in the state of Mississippi. He sits on the bench. So we have a born again, baptized, Holy Ghost filled believer who sits on the bench, and him and his wife, they're gonna come to our Zoom platform before you say I do on Thursday night, and they're gonna talk about appreciation, attention, and affection. Now, how many of you have complained that you don't feel appreciated, you don't get attention, and you don't get no affection? So join us Thursday night at 7
Yes.
p.m. Watch for the flyer. As a matter of fact, the flyer is already on my page. You just got to scroll down and get it. Join us Thursday night on Zoom. It will not be on YouTube. It will not be on Facebook. It will be, I want y'all to join us on our Zoom platform for this particular session on Thursday night. All right, listen, we're not out of things to tell you about love. We're just out of time. All right. So we want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Those of you that are on, please do us a favor. Go ahead and share this session. Share it to somebody who really is struggling as to wondering, is Valentine's Day about gifts or it's about love? All right. So we love you. God bless you. See you next Monday. And don't forget, join us on Thursday night in our Zoom for Before You Say I Do with Lady Vicky Lewis and Judge Kenny Lewis. The Lou crew will be in the house on Before You Say I Do. Amen. Have an awesome evening. Enjoy your Valentine's when it comes on Wednesday. God bless you in Jesus' name.